Show today with three great musicians that have an incredible story to tell. I've done hundreds of shows here on DrumChannel, and I've never heard a story quite like this. They're part of the rhythm section that plays in their own band, Promise of the Real, where they're featured with Lucas Nelson. They're with Neil Young when he's out on the road. If that's not enough, they're with Willie Nelson when he's out on the road. If that's not enough, they're on the soundtrack of A Star Is Born with Lady Gaga. And sometimes they're playing with all these people almost all at once, right guys? Let me introduce them to you right now. On percussion, we have Tato Melgar.
Hello.
On bass, we have Corey McCormick. Anthony LoGerfo. On drums, take it away, guys.
Working on the movie A Star Is Born. We scored that film, and we were working with Lady Gaga, and one day she said, I'd like to hear some of your stuff. So Lucas played her Find Yourself, and she really got into it and felt it and said, I'd love to sing on it. And we said, okay, well, how about now? So she started singing on it and recorded it. And what we came to find is that it was kind of just plodding too much like that, kind of feeling weighted down. So she wanted to feel it like kind of in more of a dance feel to it and more of movement with it. Yeah, and why don't we play from where we hit the big open note and then come down. So it'd be like a 1, 2, 3. Paul McCartney was at one of our shows, and he said, you know, you remind me of Ringo because you play for the song. And, you know, it's simple, you're not overplaying, and I just, you know, coming from Paul, just meeting Paul was a big deal to me, but for him to say that, it meant a lot. Mostly everything we do, we don't use click tracks because we work with artists that don't like them, you know, and they don't even like wearing headphones. Yeah. So it's in some ways cool because it's. So
is that true of when you're out with Neil and out with Willie? Is that usually done without a click track?
Never a click track. There's no record we've ever cut with Neil has ever had a click track on.
We didn't even wear headphones when we record with Neil.
We have rehearsed and practiced, like I said, for hours. You know, back in school, I'd practice 14 hours a day. I know Corey did the same thing. I know Tato's done the same thing. We all practiced a lot. Practice with metronomes, practice playing one drum beat and not doing a fill for an hour. You know, all that kind of stuff. You know, in front of a mirror, making sure my sticks are at perfect levels and everything you can think of. You know, I've tried to practice and to educate myself, and I learned how to read music, and now I would feel comfortable really being put in any setting. I mean, I'd go play in a jazz, big band jazz and read a chart, and, you know, I'd be open to it, and I've done it in sessions like that. So I think it's good to be well-rounded. That's one thing I learned going to college and music school, was learning all different styles if you want to be professional and play, because you might not, you know, be able to just make it in that style you think you're going to make it.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.